Hello, dear friends. Привет, дорогие друзья. I'm in Astana now, and this is the Bayterek Tower. This is one symbol of the city, of the modern Astana, which has skyscrapers in this district, and the modern part of Astana had been planned by a Japanese person, um, and I think I have mentioned the name of the Japanese person, Kurokawa, I think his surname, if I'm not mistaken. And today is a very cold day. It's kind of windy, and I wanted to share my experiences with you. So far it has been a mixture of experiences, because some good, but there have been some difficulties. Obviously this time of the year there are few tourists who come here because it's quite cold here, and I mean there are tourists, but mostly from Russia or from other countries where Russian language is spoken, like I don't know, Kyrgyzstan and so forth. But actually we came here from Almaty, took a flight from Almaty to Astana, and the flight was okay, but from the airport a taxi driver who took us from the airport to the hotel ripped us off. So which is very disappointing. I mean, not only the taxi driver asked for more money than he deserved. I mean, not just a little bit more, but like really a rip-off. So like 10,000 tenge for a taxi ride from the airport to a hotel, which is 6 kilometers from here, so from this central area of Astana, so where we stay. And because I was sick, I couldn't argue in Russian with the local driver, and some taxi drivers, they don't speak English, and so we had no choice but to pay for that price, which very undeserved, and how to say, I mean ridiculous 10,000 tenge for a taxi ride from the airport to the city, because I mean if we use application Yandex, a taxi ride costs around 1,000, or I mean between 1,000 tenge and 2,000 tenge. So like the taxi driver asked for 10 times more money, and if I convert it to Turkish liras, it's like 400 Turkish lira, which is a lot just for a taxi ride. I mean, and I mean, this taxi driver was doing this to basically two people, me and my husband. I'm from Hungary and my husband is from Turkey. So basically, if you say like distant brothers, I mean a real person a real brother wouldn't be so deceitful and wouldn't rip the other person off so much. I mean, okay, maybe you could ask for a little bit more money for the taxi drive, but this was unfair, and I had no voice to argue, and my husband couldn't say anything in Russian or in English. So, it was all up to me to do something about the situation, but I couldn't do anything. So anyway, helal olmasın o para. O kişiye, o yüzden söyleyeceklerim fazla yok. So that was a very disappointing experience here. So I mean, okay, everywhere in the world, taxi drivers are very cunning and they try to make more money out of tourists, but this was just unfair, very, very unfair, and I'm very disappointed. And the worst thing is when things go the wrong way, when you do something and you feel sad. I mean, basically that's what I feel right now. I'm very sad, and what makes it worse is that my birthday will be in November, later this month, and I'm just so sad that these experiences haven't made me feel any better. And you can accuse me that I'm nasty or something or complaining, but I mean, I still think this is not fair. This was not fair. And I don't know, you can visit this country if you want. I mean, you can visit Kazakhstan, but to me there was somewhat a disappointment in how, I don't know, I mean, very few taxi drivers were speaking English. I mean, most of them spoke Russian, but even then, very few really cared, like, where are you from? Are you tourists or what? Most of them didn't even ask, are you tourists or something? They didn't care. So like, that was just, I don't know. Okay, this is not the tourist season, but you would notice that, the person in front of you is a tourist. So, I mean, a tourist can go to any place in the world, right? I mean, so what I'm saying is that, customer service is not great. I don't know. I mean, maybe I haven't had luck to meet, very kind, nice people, I mean, it's my bad luck that I haven't met them, but what I wanted to say is that it is disappointing. Okay, you can say that in Turkey, taxi drivers do the same thing that here in Kazakhstan, local taxi drivers sometimes do to tourists. You can say that, but this is wrong. I mean, in Turkey and also here too, if such thing happens, that is wrong, but I mean, this is unfortunately the world we live in, very greedy and very bad. So I don't know what else to say. I'm disappointed. You can imagine how I feel. I took this long trip to get to Central Asia, and I haven't had many good experiences. And a taxi driver ripped us off quite much, and so I don't know what to say, because sometimes life gives difficult experiences, Um, I don't know what to say. So you can visit this country, and if you want to see some modern architecture, and also, I mean, this city has some buildings from its Soviet past. Um, so you can visit this place if you like. I mean, just um, be careful. Don't take random taxi drivers. Like um, don't trust them. And Yandex application is okay. I mean, at least reasonable price for the taxi ride they give. But the other taxi drivers, um, are very disappointing. And so, that's what I wanted to share with you, along with a view of the modern part of Astana. So, anyway, thank you for watching and listening. So please do take care. Goodbye.